Let's do a collective. Since no one's in the queue yet, I have time for a collective weekly reading. All right. We're gonna do one for each element. Spirit, ancient ancestors, gods, goddesses, especially my amazing patron god Apollo. Which element should go first? Okay, water. So water signs, I guess you're going first. Spirit, ancient ancestors, gods and goddesses. What is to come for this week for water signs? Okay. What is to come for this week for water signs? And what is to come for this week? Okay. Alrighty, so this is for water signs, guys. I will do fire next, like in order, okay? So let's do I'm gonna do water signs first. Actually, what did I hit? Oh, it's just my bed. Okay. Let me take out oracle cards. Let's see here. Threads of Fate Oracle deck. Come on. Alright. Each of y'all get an oracle card. Ooh. What is the... sign. Okay. And then we're gonna have this Astro dice. Okay. So what sign is this for? Is it for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? Okay. Okay, this one's for Scorpio. Okay. Alright. Hold on, let me type it in chat. The Oracle deck is called Threads of Fate. There's two versions. There's the light version, which is the one I got, and the shadow version. So yeah. Don't worry, Dead King, I got you. I'm gonna write the pile names. Threads of Fate. F-A-T-E. Yeah. Okay. So which pile is this for? Cancer, Pisces. Okay. Okay, this is for Cancer. And the last one is for Pisces. Okay, so that is the order that the dice has dictated. Alrighty, if you are a Scorpio, now's your, I'm gonna obviously read you guys' first, because that's what pile one is, Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpios, if you're in the chat, or if you're not in the chat, feel free to refer back to the vlog, right? The VOD? Or is it vlog or VOD? Okay, I don't, you get what I mean. You can refer to the video later after stream's over. So let's go ahead and get with, oh my god, it's hot. Let me turn on the fan. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, Scorpios, so pretty much the collective is what is going to come your way this week. And for you, I got the Empress and Love. Scorpios, I feel like there's a lot of baggage you're holding on to, a lot of, I said vlog, not vlog. Vlog. I said this, not vlog. But thanks, Gold Hairs, for the differentiation. Okay, so Scorpios. I see that you guys are carrying a lot of heavy baggage within you. You may be criticizing yourself a lot more often lately. It makes sense because Virgo season is all about, you know, getting it together and getting your ish together, and you may not be where you're, how do I word this? You may not, where you're at right now, you may not want to be there right now. Like, you're not where you want to be at, if that makes sense. Like, the way your life is currently structured, it's not where, it's not at the level of, it's not at the level you want it to be. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So, thank you, Tina. Thank you for the follow. I know usually I have notifications that, hey, you know, like, this person followed, but as you can tell, I am unfortunately streaming from my phone. I no longer have a PC, so that is why you see no overlays. Usually I do have overlays, but unfortunately, because I have no PC, sorry. I can't really get PC parts until I get another job, because right now I'm unemployed. I was let go, so I was let go last week. So yeah, sorry, but thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. I also appreciate your guys' patience. So yeah, right now we're doing collective readings for the week. Since it's Sunday, it's a new week, right? Right now I'm doing water signs, so this pile is for Scorpio. And what I've been saying is, whatever baggage you're having, whatever self-critical thoughts you have of yourself, I encourage you guys to release it. Love yourself, given your flaws, your strengths, whatever, because your strengths and your flaws make you uniquely you. And you have to understand that there's not another version of you. Like, there could be people similar to you, but there's never gonna be another, like, an exact clone of you, you know? So just understand that. So I encourage you, you know, have a self-love, schedule a self-love day sometime this week. You know, maybe treat yourself to the spa, give yourself a facial, get yourself a massage, whatever. Like, whatever makes you feel loved, then you go do it. For me, it's if someone buys me comfort food. And my go-to comfort food, I know it's basic, but it's always tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich, okay? That's one way I feel love. Another way is if I go spend time with my significant other, or I just watch some of my favorite Disney movies. That's another form of self-care and self-love. So that's just some ideas. That's something that works for me. I don't know particularly what works for you, but hey, whatever makes you feel loved, you go do it, okay? Because whatever mistakes that you've made recently or the past couple weeks, just know that what's done has been done, and there's nothing you can do to go back in time and rectify it, right? Because that's something that's unfortunately not in our control. What we can control is how we decide to react to what has already happened. And I'm suggesting to you guys that the way you should react moving forward is embrace those mistakes, embrace those lessons, and love yourself, right? Because making mistakes is a sign that you're living life and you're trying, you know? Mistakes is a sign of effort. So if anything, making mistakes is nothing to be ashamed of. The only mistake you should be ashamed of is not making any mistakes, because that means you're not really living life, and you're not learning, you're not evolving and growing, because the only way you can grow and evolve is you make mistakes, right? So if anything, kind of shift your mindset in terms of how you view mistakes, so that way it's easier for yourself to love yourself, and therefore eventually love others, right? Oh my god, Red, long time no see, how you been? Dang, you an OG. I remember you. I definitely remember you, Red. You were like you were literally one of the first few followers I've had before hitting affiliate. Yes, just like what Gold Hair is saying, make mistakes and eat that juicy steak. So with that being said, Scorpio, that is your collective reading for the week, plus advice on what to do, right? So hopefully that will resonate with you, since I'm describing the whole week, right? So hopefully that will resonate with you, and I wish you the best of luck with your self-love journey, okay? So moving on to Cancer. Cancers, where you at? Cancer's in the house. Okay. Let's see, Cancers, what you got in store for this week? So I got Gemini, the Lovers, and I got Get Curious. Okay, so I'm seeing a trend here. I'm seeing multiples of 3 already. Okay. So I feel like for some of y'all, okay, this is a very extreme, some of y'all, okay, but this is like the first thing that popped in my head when I flipped over these 2 cards. But I see some of you guys exploring your guys' sexuality, and if there's a time to go explore it, now would be the time to do so. I know I pulled an oracle card earlier regarding the Obergefell versus Hodges possible overturning. Like, I asked if they were going to overturn it. I got the no oracle card, thankfully, but anything could change. So if you're still questioning your sexuality, now would be the time to do so while it's still legal. You get what I mean? So for some of you guys, I feel you guys exploring alternative sexualities that you guys may or may not be accustomed to. So there's that. For another scenario that I see here is some of you guys may be curious about a person you guys just met, that they're almost this is for Cancer, Gold Hairs. This is for Cancer. This is not for Pisces. I already read Scorpio, so this is like strictly for Cancers, like what's to come for this week, as well as advice. So for some of you guys, I feel like some of you guys just met, or at least will meet someone new, if you guys haven't already, and they strangely mirror you, like in everything. Like, I'm not talking about mirroring in terms of, oh yeah, if you move your hand out like this, they'll move their hand out like this. I'm not talking about if you cross your legs, they'll cross your legs. No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I'm talking about possibly meeting your, I don't want to throw this word around because I see a lot of people throwing this word around, and this is a word I don't take lightly because I've personally been in the journey and I know how intense it can be. But you guys may be meeting your possible twin, if not already. It could be twin or karmic, because karmics and twins, they do the same thing. They kind of mirror your energy. Exactly. So you may be, kind of, like, who is this person? Because you may feel a strange pull to them, which is kind of like the curious part. You may feel like a strange pull to them, like you're drawn to them, like you want to learn more about them. I mean, you do whatever you feel is right. If you feel like, it's right for you to learn more about them, you go for it. If not, then stay away from them. Everyone's journey is going to be different. But yeah, I was a college student, Red. I actually graduated May 2021. So the time we met, I was a college student, but now I am no longer a college student. I just graduated. So, dang, Red, you got a good memory though. I'm surprised you even remembered me and you still followed. So I appreciate I appreciate you being here. Yeah. Thank you, Red. Yeah, I'm a little bit older now. I just turned 24 last month in August. Yes. So of course, no longer a college student. So old. I know. Just kidding. Anyways, yeah. For some of you guys may get stay away vibes. From some of you guys may feel drawn to them. I'm gonna share my personal experience. For me personally, at first I was drawn to them, but then later on in the journey, I realized that I was in love with the idea of them, but I didn't actually know them. Does that make sense? Like, I was in love with the idea of what I thought who they were, but in reality, I didn't get to know who they were at a deeper level, because essentially they're just my colleague, so our relationship is strictly professional. So it's like, it never really got past that, and I just kept making up fantasies in my head, like, oh my god, like, he did this and that means he's flirting with me. No, that journey really was for me. Stop making up illusions, like, stop deluding myself on what could be and focus on what really is. Like, there's nothing wrong to have a little imagination here and there, but it does become a problem when you become engrossed in it. Like, you become completely deluded by it. Like, that's where the line is. Like, that's where you gotta have a line. And when I asked a mutual supervisor, hey, this guy's taken, guess what, the guy is taken, which is not surprising considering how gorgeous he is. So no surprise there, right? But it's all good in the hood, because that journey really taught me that my self-worth is not determined by other people. Like, you can say all the crap you want to me, but it's not going to change how I see myself. I know who I am. I know my self-worth. I know that because I know that I've struggled a lot as a child. Like, I've gone through some things I've gone through. People, oh my god, like, I don't even want to get started on that, but I've gone through a lot to warrant that, and whatever people say about me, it's not going to change anything. So if anything, I'm grateful that I went through the journey, because it taught me how to be independent in terms of self-worth. Like, not having to depend that on anyone else except myself. It taught me how to be the sole determinator of my self-worth, which have actually prepared me for my current relationship right now. Because if I'm able to fully love myself, then I am able to love another person, right? So if anything, I'm grateful that I went through what I went through with my twin. But I wish, in terms of it progressing any further than just a friendship, is never gonna go past that. As much as I would love to, because that'd be cool, but I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Yeah. Oh my god, I almost made y'all fall. Okay, none of y'all saw that. Okay. Yeah, for me, just met this person since I hang out with a lot of DJs now, and they came up to me and wanted to hook up, but I'm not the type of person, so I just wanted to get to know them, and they gave me that energy like a mirror. But it was that thing where, like, friends are interesting how you pulled it. Yeah, oh my god, Dad, I never, like, I felt like that scenario was so outlandish, but I guess it resonated. So, thank you. I mean, you're welcome. Thank you. I guess you're welcome for the for the confirmation, and thank you for confirming that I'm not going crazy. Cause I'm like, should I share this on stream? Cause it feels kind of, it feels that way, you know. I don't know, but I guess I was on point. So, yeah. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for Scorpio. I mean, not Scorpios, Cancers. Okay. By the way, I should have said this earlier, but this applies to Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, like that's a given. Sun, Moon, Rising. Yes. Okay. Whichever you resonate with. So, yeah. Alrighty. So with that being said, that is it for Cancers. Let's go ahead and move on to Pisces before we hit the fire signs. Alrighty, so for Pisces, what's going to come for you this week is Page of Fire or Page of Wands and Underworld. Okay, so for Pisces, I sense a lot of inner conflict here. Okay, I feel like this, okay, I know this kind of sounds similar to Scorpio, but this one's, I feel like this is more, the tea is more involved with strictly between you and another person. Like, y'all got into an argument. Y'all got into a fight. One or both of you said something that shouldn't have been said, and now you at least have conflicting feelings about the other person, like in terms of what to do. Should I apologize first? Should I should I wait for them to apologize? Whatsoever. So the reason why I pulled the Underworld card is because you need to do some serious self-reflection here. Now you have to remember that a lot of people, all people mirror people. Okay, it's a built-in mechanism. Like, for example, if you smile at someone, normally the other person will smile back at you, no matter if they are a stranger or if they're a friend, right? It's a common mirror mechanism that everyone has, right? The same thing goes with what you say, right? If you're speaking at someone at a tone where it's like an angry tone, then most likely the other person is going to mirror that back to you as well, right? So before you point fingers, please evaluate yourself. What did you do to cause the person to react the way they reacted? Was it your tone? Was it your word choice? Was it both? Okay? Like, was it your overall approach to things? What exactly did you do to cause the other person to react this way? Okay, you gotta do some serious thinking here. Because as much as it's easier to point fingers at the other person, you gotta remember, when you point one finger at someone, 4 fingers point back at you. Okay? So if you don't like someone's behavior towards you, most likely it's because you did it first. Believe it or not. Now, once you come to that realization that it is you, let's say it is you. Once you come to that realization, try to understand the root cause of why you acted that way. Is it because you felt insecure? Is it because you felt uncomfortable with the way this person treated you? What is it? Like, you gotta really do some serious self-reflection here, right? The reason why personally my relationships have improved is because I actively control how I carry myself. Like, yes, I'm still working on it. I know sometimes maybe the tone of my voice may sound like I'm yelling, but really I'm not. But hey, I'm a work in progress like everyone else here. Understand that, hey, my tone of voice may scare off some people, which is understandable because, man, if I were outside of myself, right? If I clone myself and observe myself from afar, I think I'd be scared of myself too, to be honest. If I didn't know them and I heard myself like speaking with that tone of manner, right? So one thing I'm actively trying to control on my end is, okay, my tone, my word choice, because I tend to be very straight. I tend to be very straightforward and blunt, okay? and my tone kind of matches that. So not only do I try to actively control that, I also control my ego too, because I know that when people point out things that I should improve on, I usually fight back against them and say, oh, but you don't understand, or okay, but I wouldn't have done this if this didn't happen. No, okay, like I needed to calm myself. I don't have an ego, but that's also something I'm working on to reduce it. Like, there's nothing wrong with having ego, it's just when it encompasses you and then it limits the capacity of how you love others, and that's when it becomes a problem, right? And I feel like lately my ego has been taking a trip, so I'm working on it, you know? The mantra I always tell myself is like, kill that ego, killing it, you know? Killing that ego, or putting it in its place, you know? It's like, think about other people, okay? Pisces, you gotta do the same thing. You gotta think, instead of, I know usually you guys are very caring, you guys think about other people, but in this retrospect for this week, I asked you guys to think about yourselves for once, and think about what you could do to improve yourself, okay? I see this week, later on, Mercury will be in retrograde, I think either the 9th or the 10th, so I suggest you work on that before Mercury retrograde happens, because if you don't resolve this before Mercury retrograde happens, let me tell you, you're gonna make the same mistake over again. And I think it's gonna be frustrating for you personally if you make the same mistake over and over again. Okay. So that's just some food for thought. Okay. Heads up, okay, so I hope this resonates with you, and I hope this helps you for this week.